Hello, and welcome to episode 199 of River's Arcade Review. My name is Ed. This channel is dedicated to the coin-operated video games of yesteryear. Today I'm doing a viewer request. Today's game was requested by the viewer IMAX Jr. 6531, and the game they requested was Star Wars. Star Wars was released in 1983 by Atari. My first time playing this game was at Funtime Square Mini Golf and Arcade in hometown Illinois. Star Wars is a space shooter game in which you control an X-Wing fighter's laser targeting sight with a flight yoke that not only rotates left and right, but also up and down, allowing you to move the targeting sight across the entire playfield. You'll also have 4 fire buttons, 2 triggers for your fingers, and 2 buttons for your thumbs, although pressing any of the buttons will cause your S-foils to fire towards the targeting sight. Your S-foils will alternate firing left and right, although both will cause the same damage. You need to fight through a barrage of enemy TIE fighters to defeat the dreaded Death Star. This game was the first arcade game to offer digitized speech from a movie. This means you'll hear actual lines from the movie.
Red 5, I'm going in.
Once you enter a credit, you'll hear Obi-Wan Kenobi say, "The Force will be with you."
The Force will be with you.
After pressing any of the fire buttons, you'll hear Luke Skywalker say, "Red 5 standing by."
Red 5 standing by.
The game begins with the difficulty select screen. You have the option to choose between Wave 1, which is easy, Wave 3, which is medium, and Wave 5, which is hard. You'll earn a bonus for beginning on the harder waves, although you must clear the wave to receive the bonus. Once you select your difficulty level, the gameplay will begin. You will have a first-person view from the cockpit of your X-Wing. You'll be able to see the guns mounted on the S-foils of your ship. You'll control an X-shaped target that your guns will lock into. You not only control your gun, but your ship will follow in the direction of the target. Your ship is equipped with an invisible shield. This shield will protect your ship from enemy shots. Your ship will begin with 6 shield units by default, although management can change this to 7, 8, or 9 shields. Once gameplay begins, you'll immediately find your ship in space and the Star Wars theme will be playing in the background. You'll immediately be attacked by a barrage of enemy TIE fighters. These enemies will shoot fireballs at you. You need to shoot or avoid these fireballs because if one contacts your ship, you will lose 1 unit of shield strength. The first time you get shot, you'll get the quote from Luke, "I'm hit, but not too bad. R2, see what you can do with it."
I'm hit, but not bad. R2, see what you can do with it.
Occasionally you'll hear a quote from Darth Vader, "I have you now."
I have you now.
When your shield gets low, Luke will say, "R2, see what you can do to increase the power."
R2 trying to increase the power.
When you lose your shield altogether, Luke will say, "I've lost R2, and if you get hit without any shield units remaining, your game will end. After about 30 seconds of the space battle, Luke will say, "Red 5, I'm going in," and you will now face the trench battle. Once you enter the trench, Obi-Wan will say, "Use the Force, Luke."
Use the Force, Luke.
On the walls of the trench will be a series of red gun turrets. These turrets will shoot fireballs at you. You must either shoot or avoid these fireballs because if one contacts you, you will lose a shield unit. After about 30 seconds, you'll get the message, "Exhaust port ahead," and Han Solo will say, "You're all clear, kid," and you'll need to fire into the exhaust port to destroy the Death Star. If you succeed, you will fly away from the Death Star and it will explode with a 3-stepped explosion, although if you miss the exhaust port, you must do the entire trench run again and you will lose 1 shield unit. After you destroy the Death Star, you'll earn bonus points for each shield unit remaining. You'll also be awarded an extra shield unit unless your shield is already at the maximum, although management also has the option to award 2, 3, or 0 extra shields for defeating the Death Star. After defeating the Death Star, you'll once again return to the space portion of the battle, although with faster enemy TIE fighters. The enemies will also fire more and faster fireballs at your ship. In addition, Darth Vader will join the space battle. Darth Vader will be piloting a different type of TIE fighter which can be differentiated by the tri-bent solar panels, whereas the regular TIE fighters have straight panels. Darth Vader's ship is also more agile and can change directions faster than the regular TIE fighters. Shooting Darth Vader's ship won't destroy it, but it will cause it to spin out of control and you will still earn points for the hit. Just like before, after about 30 seconds you'll enter the Death Star, although now there will be something new. Before entering the trench, you will fly across the surface of the Death Star. You'll face a large number of red laser bunkers that will shoot fireballs at your ship. These laser bunkers are similar to the turrets that are inside the trench. You could shoot these bunkers for extra points. You'll face this portion of the battle for about another 30 seconds before entering the trench. This trench will play like the one earlier, although there will be more gun turrets shooting at your ship. In addition to the gun turrets, there will be a series of colored catwalks that you must fly over or under because they are indestructible, and contacting one will cause you to lose a shield unit. After defeating the second Death Star, you will return to the space battle once again, although ships will be even faster and shoot more. After the space battle, you'll return to the surface battle, although now there will be large yellow towers that must be avoided because they're invulnerable and contacting one will cause you to lose a shield unit. On top of several of these towers will be a white gun turret that will shoot fireballs at you. You can shoot these turrets for extra points. There'll be a counter on the upper right of the screen showing how many white turrets are remaining. You'll begin with 16 tower guns, and if you shoot them all, you'll earn a bonus. The trench portion will play the same, although there'll be more catwalks and fireballs being shot at you. Destroying the Death Star will bring you back to the space battle, and you will play the battles in the same order, although at harder difficulties. Beginning with level 5, the surface battle will begin with 20 tower guns as opposed to 16, and beginning with level 7, the catwalks during the trench battle will have smaller gaps to fly through, as well as some only reaching halfway across. Scoring for the game is as follows. You'll earn 33 points for shooting each fireball, 100 points for shooting each trench turret, 200 points for each laser bunker, and 200 points for the first tower turret, and it will increase 200 points for each additional turret. You will earn 1,000 points for shooting each TIE fighter, and 2,000 points for hitting Darth Vader's TIE fighter. You'll earn 25,000 points for shooting the Death Star's exhaust port, and a 50,000 point bonus for destroying all the tower turrets. You'll earn a bonus of 400,000 points for beginning on the 3rd round, and 800,000 points for beginning on the 5th round, although you need to defeat the Death Star to earn the bonus. You'll also earn a force bonus for finishing the trench battle without firing your guns. You'll earn a 5,000 point bonus for getting the force bonus on Wave 1, 10,000 point bonus for Wave 2, 25,000 point bonus for Wave 3, 50,000 point bonus for Wave 4, and a 100,000 point bonus for Wave 5 and all further waves. I really enjoyed playing this game and highly recommend playing it, especially if you can find it in an arcade setting, since emulation doesn't do the game justice. I like this game more than Eyes, but not as much as Turbo, so Star Wars flies its way into the 51st position overall. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any games you'd like me to review, please leave a message below or on my homepage. Please remember to hit like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned to new videos on the 1st and 3rd Sunday of the month.